It's Monday, the 26th of March, 2018, and welcome to Navigating Your Day. I had to think about the date there, right? Mercury, which is the planet of communication and clear thinking, is retrograde at the moment. And so apparently our clear thinking and our communication skills may be diminished for the next 3 weeks or so. So that's what I'm going to use for my excuse whenever I mess up on one of these clips between now and whenever it stations and goes direct again. Safety energy lock number 26 came into the universe meaning complete. Total and complete. What was, what is, and what will be. So safety energy lock number 26 is everything. It is the safety energy lock on the level of the blueprint of the being. It is what connects us to that part of ourselves that is beyond our physical body, and yet also encompasses our personality traits, our emotions, our thoughts, as well as the resonance of our entire being. And 26 is about, it's an 8, and 8 is about, 8's about boundaries, right? So 8 is about establishing boundaries. So 26 is, helps us to appreciate that the boundaries that we establish are purely illusionary, illusional, not real. It's really what I'm trying to say, okay? So basically, we think that there are divisions between us. We think that there are distinctions between us. But in actuality, everybody that you exalt is mirroring the parts of yourself that you're too humble to appreciate that you have. And everybody that you're trying to suppress because you think they're idiots, they're mirroring the parts of yourself that you're too proud to admit that you have. And that in essence, all humans have all traits. And actually, we are at a fundamental level connected to one another and the same. So 26 helps us to dissolve the boundaries, those boundaries that we create that are purely actually in our mind and fear driven. It helps us to dissolve those boundaries, yet it also helps us to maintain boundaries so that we can keep our integrity, because when you can't say no, that's having a lack of a boundary. So it's fine if you don't want to say no, but if you do want to say no and you can't say no, and you then find yourself becoming angry and resentful and bitter, and it starts affecting you negatively, that is a lack of a boundary that doesn't serve you. So we are able to, if our boundaries are too fluid, then today we are able to actually connect with and resonate, actually establishing firmer boundaries. And if our boundaries are too rigid, then today gives us the opportunity to appreciate that in actual fact, those boundaries are created and that they are not as real as what we think they are. 8 is a practical number. 8 is about practicality. It's an earth number. So today is a day to roll up your sleeves and get the job done. It's about finishing. Remember, 26 is complete. So if there's anything that you've left, loose ends that need tying up, a deadline that you need to get to, a task that you've been procrastinating and that you've been putting off, today would be a good day to actually get that done, because the energy of the day resonates with it and will help you, help you in as much as it can, to knuckle down and get the work done. We've of course got the 3 from March. 3 is a fire number, and then we've got the 2 from 2018, which is a water number. So we've got earth, we've got fire, and we've got water in the root of the life map today. Fairly well-balanced elements. The 3 from March is about driving forward, about moving forward, about reaching the goal, about getting that strategy implemented. So you may have felt that, I've certainly felt this, is that there's part of us that is compelled to like move forward and like get it done and get those ambitions met and reach those goals, whatever they are, right? Or for me, it's a case of learn what you need to learn so that you can implement it, so that you can get the job done, right? And then there's the other part that is saying, whoa, Safari, maybe you should just take, are you sure this is what you want to do? Are you clear that this is, you're just not going off on a tangent? Are you being true to yourself? Are you respecting the boundaries of others in this endeavor that you are going into? Are you being extreme? I certainly am, okay? Yeah, I am. Are you being extreme? Have you gone off the deep end? Maybe you need to retract. Is there a lack of balance here? So we have this push and pull energy that's been going on for most of March, actually. And it's the sort of almost conflict between that two, which wants to make sure, the two of 2018, that wants to make sure that we are clear about the balance, so that we realize that, you know what, if I finish this task now, it's going to have benefits and drawbacks. If I finish it in 2 months' time, it's going to have benefits and drawbacks. If I don't finish it at all, it's going to have benefits and drawbacks, and they will all be equal. I will prefer a different set, and that's the one that I'm going to go for, right? So nothing is written in stone. It doesn't maybe have to happen as fast as you want it to. Maybe you're just being impatient. Maybe you should sit back, take a deep breath, and just calm the hell down. So that tension, though, between the driving 3 and the sort of balancing 2 may make you feel like you're going around in circles, or you're stuck on a treadmill and you don't know how to turn it off, right? And that creates huge amounts of frustration and huge amounts of stress for us. If you're aware of it, then you can watch for the behavior that's aberrant. In my case, like balls to the wall, don't stop, just carry on, just go, got to get it done. Every spare minute, I'm actually focusing on this thing that needs to be done. When you start noticing the aberrant behavior, you want to ask yourself, is this really necessary, Loretta? In 5 years' time, who's going to care? In a week's time, does this matter? If the world ended in 6 months' time, what is this going to be on your legacy resume? And who cares? Is it really that important? So I don't want to denigrate or minimize our goals. It's just about putting them into perspective. Okay, so the hero of today is the 4, and the 4 is the visionary. So 4 is another earth number. So today is all about practicality, right? It's all about practical visions. It's about, is this practical for me? What do you really want in your life? I want X, Y, and Z. The 4 can help to lift you out of your current circumstances and show you the big picture, so that you can connect to the big picture and you can find out whether that resonates with you or not. 4 helps us to break boundaries, and it helps us to stay in integrity with ourselves and with other people. So 4 is about the truth. So is this really true? Is this really what you want? Do you really want to do this thing? How does it make you feel? Well, I don't know, are you excited? No, not really. Well, then maybe you don't want it that much. So have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? Now, that can be very helpful. That can also be extremely confusing, especially if you're feeling driven and you feel that it needs to get done and you're being driven by anxiety. That's certainly my trigger. So 4 helps you to get perspective. The villain of today is a 3, and 3 in the villain position distracts us. So we've got this practical energy of the 8. We've got this connect to our boundaries and the boundarylessness and the essence of who we are. We have the creativity of the 3 driving us forward and saying, come on, you've got to get going. Time is running out. The goal is waiting. We've got the 2 that says, listen, connect to your feelings. Make sure that you understand that there's a balance in all things. It's maybe not as urgent as you think it is. The 4 says, let me show you the big picture, guys. And then the 3 gets so overwhelmed. The 3 in the villain position gets so overwhelmed by this big picture and all the choices that it, spends 7 hours reading meaningless posts on Facebook. So do know that you have the potential to be distracted today. So remember I said, if you've got anything that needs finishing today, would be a good day for that. You may find that even though you attempt to do that, you may get distracted from it. So if you know that, then take frequent breaks. Try not to go too hard at it, Be kind to yourself. Connect to, how does this make me feel? Am I feeling good? How bad do I feel about not reaching the deadline? Terrible. Okay, well, maybe you should just sit down and get it done. I hope you have, there's no finger for today, sorry, but remember it's the palm of the hand. So you can either hold safety energy lock number 26 here, you can put the palms of the hands together, you can also put your fingers underneath your armpits, your thumbs on your chest. This is the Jinshin Jitsu big hug position, because safety energy lock number 26 is here on this is a charming view, of course, is here on the lateral aspect of your lat, okay, on the outside of your armpit. So when you put your hands under your arms like this, you are connecting to safety energy lock number 26, and you are opening the heart. So you are opening this whole chest area, which has got to do with your spirituality and the way in which you think about and view the world. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.